Hello! I know you heard of those 3 little pigs, the ones that build houses. And I can assure you that I am not one of those pigs. Nope, I am not one of those that went to the market either. I'm Iggy Piggy, just a pig who lives on a farm, who has a story to tell. There are a lot of pigs on this farm, and the farmer would often get help to feed us. Pigs love to eat and are known to eat what no one else will. You see, there was this time when the farmer got this young man to feed his pigs. He looked just awful. His clothes were torn and dirty, and he was weak, could hardly carry the slop buckets. This just did not seem right to this pig. I go back to eating the slop when out of the corner of my eye, I see his hands slipping into the bucket and take a handful to eat. He must have seen that I saw what he was doing. At that point, he slid over to where I was. He then says, I was once a rich man's son. My father has many servants, and do you know that they eat better than this? No, not one of my father's servants would eat this. Now he is looking me in the eye and says, I had so much, and I told my father, I'm bored. Give me my share of your wealth, and I'm out of here. To the good life, I'm going. He then tells me, oh boy, did I party. No one to tell me what's right. Night after night of living high and spending all that his father had given him. Now he is broke, and all those who helped spend his wealth were gone, nowhere to be found. Here he is, hurting, hunger, so hungry he's eating slop, telling this pig his tale. As he wipes a tear from his eye, he starts to smile and say, do you think if I go to my father and just ask to be a servant, that he would let me stay there as a servant? So without even saying another word, he gets up and is gone. I did not know what had become of him and had not really thought about it until months later, when I looked up and a person is coming straight across the yard at me. He was waving his hand and calling, Iggy, Iggy, my friend. I have never had a human call me friend. Usually they go oink oink at us pigs. Even when he came closer, I did not recognize him until he says, Iggy, it is I. You know me. I work for the farmer, and you caught me eating your slop. Then he starts to tell me what had happened to him because of that encounter. It is beautiful. He left the farm, feeling sorry for himself. He was ready to beg his father to let him become a servant. While he was walking up to his father's house, still dirty, hungry, and looking like death, his dad comes running out to greet him. He forgets what he wanted to say and can only say, I am sorry, father. His father, holding him, cries out, my son who was lost is found. He was dead and now he lives, and we will have a celebration. He has come home leaving that sinful way of life. Iggy, yes, I know you are a pig. You don't talk to humans, but you see, all I needed was to recognize that I would die if I did not change my ways. I was eating pig slop and talking to one. That scared me, and finally was ready to seek help. For once in my life, I did something right. Going home, repenting, and asking for forgiveness from both my earthly father and my heavenly Father. Then he thanked me for being there for him at that time, telling me I had blessed him, and he just wanted to let me know how it changed his life. I never would have known how just sharing so little could do so much in someone's life. If God can use a pig who has nothing more than a slop bucket and time to listen, what can he do with all those gifts you have? Use those gifts as God would have you use them. For every gift comes from Him. Become a blessing. Bless someone.